Did you do puzzle in your childhood? Yes, multiple times I remembered because my parents wants me to practice my logical thinking. So yeah, they often, you know, tell me force me to do a lot of puzzles. When do you do puzzles during a day or when you feel bored? I do it when my parents force me to because I don't want to do it. Like for me, puzzle is so boring. Like that's not for me. Do you like doing word puzzle or number puzzle, which are more difficult for you? I've never do word puzzle before. I think I do, but like most of them weren't really hard. But number puzzle, I remember like my dad was in love with Sudoku, which is a type of number puzzles, and it was really hard. Like I remember when I was in like secondary school, I was like just stick to it all days because it was so addictive. So, do you think it is good for old people to do puzzle? Yes, my father is really old. He's like 60 years old, and like he still do puzzles. Like that just makes him to be, I think younger, just like maintain his logical thinking. So describe a large company you're interested in. So I would like to mention LVMH, which is a very like famous fashion company. Like they're also really rich. Like they sell luxury like items like clothes or furniture. Like they own like a lot of small companies like fashion brands. Like I remember it was owned by Bernard Arnault, which is one of the richest billionaires on earth. Once he used to be the richest man, but like somebody just took that positions. But he's still really rich. The family was like the definition of wealth. And yeah, the reason why I interested because it sells furniture, and I was in love with their designs, like Louis Vuitton, for example, which is a very famous fashion brand. They're well known for their clothes, their bags, but I like especially focus on their furniture, especially the suitcase. I always wanted to own one. Maybe in the future, like if I made a lot of money, then I would buy a lot of like their furniture to decorate my home. And yeah, I also plan on being a architect, and I just in love with their designs. And if I design a house for my father's or my mother, like in the future, or even my own house, I would also buy like things from them because they're very beautiful, very elegant. Just makes your house become like more expensive, and that's what I want. So, in what ways are newspapers better for learning about news than listening to radio or watching? I feel like when you read a newspaper, you won't like miss any of the information. Like you just focus on your reading, and like if you like don't understand any detail, you can read it again. But for radio, like when you're on a drive, like you just listen to radio, and like sometimes you're too focused on your driving, the location, the roads, and you just couldn't focus like solely on the information, and somehow you just miss them. Like if you watch it on YouTube, then you can like replay it, but if like somehow if you use the radio during driving, then that's not possible. So do you think newspapers should be completely free to say whatever they want? No. Like um I feel like there are multiple rules or regulations that related to this, but I feel like if like they write a news like a fake news about a celebrity or something, they're gonna get like their life would end because yeah, it's the celebrity, and they're gonna like not gonna be fired or something. What do people enjoy reading in your country? I think in Vietnam, like it's based on each person interests. Like for me, I like to read about education, like or some news about celebrity, some people that I love. Do you think it is important for people to read a lot? Yes, extremely. My dad always forced me to read, like even though like I hate reading so much. I remember I love reading Conan, but he just forced me to read like all the stuff that only words. You know what I mean, right? Like he doesn't force me to read business books, but books about how to live, like how to manage our money. So, what sort of stories do newspaper and magazine publish about one of famous men? Maybe about the celebrities' lifestyle or like their interest. Yeah, a lot of things because I feel like the fans are really like curious about how how their idols live their lives. So yeah. You think the media should be allowed to publish stories about private lives or public figures? Yes, they're allowed to if like the celebrity or the famous people just agree to like publish their life. But like I feel like if you're a celebrity, then you have to accept the fact that people are gonna be curious, and somehow there's some weird person who gonna like seek for the location like where you live, where you travel to like stop you, and that's just really weird, and they just publish it on social media, and like you feel harassed, but you have to accept it if you're a celebrity, right? So yeah.